Hey there, guys. This is Sarah Harnish, Young Living Platinum. I'm the author of the Game Plan book. It's a complete strategy guide to go from starter kit to silver. You guys have made it all the way to day 18. And every single time we pass another day, I think to myself, man, these guys are tough. They're tough for sticking with me as long as they have. It's absolutely crazy. Y'all ready for a little bit of oil adrenaline? I like that. Oil and adrenaline. We should call it that instead. I'm so excited about tonight's training because it's one of the reasons why I wrote the book was to show you where to place people. It's one of the questions I get asked so many times on my own team is, all right, I've held these classes. I read your 3-page script, Sarah, and I don't know what the next step is. Like, where do I put these people that are buying kits? I can tell you when I first started, I didn't expect anybody to get a kit. I didn't think anybody would listen to me. So when I stepped back and all of a sudden the first class, we had 6 kit sales. I was like, well, now what do I do? What's my next step? What's the next place that I go? So that's what tonight's training is about. It's to give you a little bit of strategy. This is a place where I don't even think when I first started my direct upline, the top 5, 6 levels above me even really knew what they were doing when they first started. It's something that I've learned over the last 2 years we've had our business, that there actually is a way of doing this that will help you to rank a little bit faster. And if you know that system, then you're going to be ahead of the game. So tonight, it's the title of the chapter is A Young Living Strategy Guide on Where to Sign New Oilers. Where are you placing people? And we're still in double time on our boot camp, so we should be out of here by a few minutes after 9:30 p.m. This is one of the most critical aspects of your entire business is understanding the strategy, the chessboard, all right? Before we do that, though, I made a promise to you guys, and I'm really excited because I just got this little promise in about an hour ago. I was hoping mine would get here. I had a little bit of Facebook post envy because y'all were out there putting your pictures of my game plan book, your game plan book out there. And I didn't have mine in my hands yet. We put the link out there and you guys ordered, and you ordered faster than I was able to get my book. So I'm sitting there going, open it, show me it, show me the book. But I literally, the FedEx guy just dropped this off like 1 hour ago. So I was able to see it. It's very tiny, as you can see, very, very, very small. This is the nice version of your game plan. I've got a big announcement to make tonight that I'm very, very excited about. When I wrote this, my purpose of this was to get it in everybody's hands. Because I can tell you, I get a little squeamish when I'm teaching classes. I'm like, all right, so I'm going to ask them to buy a starter kit. Then I'm going to ask them to get on Essential Rewards. And I'm going to ask them to leave their job and run a business all in the same class. Like, how do I do that? I don't know how to even approach that without being really, really pushy and asking many, many things of them. That's where this comes in. This takes the pushiness out of you having to touch base with them and talk to them about the business opportunity. It takes the fear out of it by really warmly sharing our story and our what's happened to us in the last 2 years of having our business, because you guys know that I approach the business opportunity exactly the same way that I approach the oils. I don't ever feel bad, and I know you guys don't either. I don't ever feel bad sharing the oils because it's chemicals they're not using. So I don't feel bad about them spending $160 on a starter kit because I know those are all chemicals they're going to be able to get out of their home that they're not going to have in their house. It's the same thing with the business opportunity, but we don't ever look at it that way. We don't ever approach it that way. We always see, maybe they like what they're doing, or they already have a system, or they enjoy their job, or maybe they're stressed at their job, but it's going to take them a while to build this. And I don't know that I could ask them to make that kind of a decision. So those are all things that I had running through my head. And that's where this comes in. So, all right, you ready? No, this is day 18. Today's Wednesday, right? Do I have my dates mixed up? Yesterday should have been, today's Wednesday. Yep, no, we're on day 18. Yesterday was day 17, so you're good, unless I misnumbered them, which is very possible. I told you, numbers, not really my thing. Getting out there and talking, totally my thing. Numbers, not so much. So if I misnumbered it yesterday, sorry about that. So that's where your game plan comes in, Game Plan Mini. It's a tiny little book, little itty bitty tiny book. And the purpose of this is just to get them to catch the vision so that they can see where it goes. And we approach it from an education aspect exactly the way that we approach the oils from an education aspect. So we're training them why they would want to get rid of the chemicals and stuff in their house. With this, we're training them all of the perks on the Young Living business, getting them to stack that up against how they're spending their time at their 40-hour-a-week job, dreaming of their bucket list and finding their way out. They're weighing them side by side. We start with a personal story, and then we get them to see the business opportunity and all of the perks that come with doing a Young Living business. And then the very last page is them stacking it up against what they're doing right now at their 40-hour-a-week job, they're making a list. You guys know I never let you get out of homework, right? Never. So even people that aren't even on any of our teams or even Young Living Oilers yet, I'm still telling it. They just make a list of what's up with their job, what they're doing, and then Young Living and how that would benefit their family. So it's getting them thinking. The nice thing too is we're not in here anywhere. This is all you. And I have to apologize to you guys. I still make mistakes all the time. When I popped that Audio 101 class up on the website, it had our number in it because I had recorded it before we were going to put it up on the website and offer it as something free. And I hadn't gone and re-listened to the whole thing again. So tomorrow we'll be pulling that down. We're working on editing it and then putting it back up so it's a completely blank slate for you guys. And you can share it with all of your prospects. And please, my apologies on that. That wasn't where my heart was. I just didn't catch it. But your game plan, we publish this sucker with you in mind. So there's a space right on the back of the book. If you look at it, it says, I am here to give you a leg up. Just shoot me a message. Here's my contact information. And there's a corner so you can go to Walmart and get labels, print them off with your information on it, and just stick it right on the back of the book. So the only contact they have when they get this thing is you. And that's it. They're not getting any other information from us. We'll point them to the game plan book, but we're not giving them any other information. So I want you to know, too, at the very end, we have a very gentle toss back to you. So just so you know what's going to happen after they read this thing, this is what we told them at the very end of the book. The last page of the book, it says, what's next? It says, you did it. You made it. You survived your game plan, which is a mini version of the full game plan book. There are far too many success stories from this system for you to ignore this. I am begging you to continue moving forward. From me, a woman who battled poverty for almost 4 decades, speaking directly to you, do not give up before you start. Your next move. So now I give them an action to do at the back of the mini book. Contact the person who gave you this book. Their information is right on the back side of the book. They have poured into you. They compassionately got this for you and put it in your hands to offer you hope. Reciprocate and ask them how to begin. Ask them to be trained. They're going to walk you through a simple 3-page teacher training. They're going to coach you through your first class, even if you're just reading that 101 script in front of your mom and your best friend. When you get through it, you're ready for the full game plan book and the workbook. And if you're Ninja Warrior tough, there's even a free video boot camp that walks you through every single chapter of the full game plan book piece by piece. I shot every video myself. I'm talking directly to you, motivating and training you for free. You can find the videos under Game Plan Bootcamp at oilabilityteam.com. Here's the thing, you can do this. I know you can. You weren't meant to be caged. You were created to serve and to love and to pour into those around you, but you can't do it when your spigot is run dry. It's time for you to move. So take a moment and make a list of the things that you struggle with at your current job. Then next to that list, make a list of the 8 perks of a Young Living business and seriously consider and weigh the two side by side. I believe that you're going to see that Young Living is the better choice. Are the ways that you're spending your time right now getting you to the places that you want to be? If not, it's time to reevaluate. It's time to start something new. It's time for a game plan. So that's the back of the book. So it sends them right back to you guys. So hopefully they get this thing, they read it, and then they contact you. You don't even have to pick up the phone and call them. They're going to contact you and say, okay, I read this. I'm interested. I want to know. So you can get it through to them, get the message through to them without trying to do it when you got 10 people talking to you at the end of a class and you've already inundated them with the starter kit and with essential rewards and they've got a lot in their head when they're walking out. You can put this in their hand and just let them enjoy it. Now I got something even better for you. So this is the book. That's Game Plan Mini. Right now, I just want you guys to know we're making a nickel on Game Plan Mini, 5 cents. So we've taken it down like as low as they'll let us go as authors. We're basically giving them away for free. And still I couldn't get the price where I wanted it. I really want you guys to be able to hand these things out like candy. The way that I envisioned this in my head was that you could give it out to people that come to your classes, that you could give it out to every person on your team that has a starter kit, that you could give it out to every potential business builder. That was what I saw. But I'll tell you, even as a platinum at $4 a book, you guys have been so generous and your really, really kind comments about this thing. I mean, really generous. But as a platinum, I wouldn't buy 80 of these. I'm being straight up with you. Like, that's a lot of money. So I wanted this thing to be $2. That's what I was hoping. If I could get it to $2, then I felt like it would be affordable so that you could order many of them and then hand them out without feeling like you're breaking your budget. You know how I feel about budgets and sticking to the budget and having a budget set aside for marketing, your classes, for prospecting, and not spending more than what you're making. And I figured like we weren't coming alongside that by having this at $4 a book, but I couldn't find a publisher that would do it. every publisher we contacted, they wanted us to ship the books ourselves. And y'all bought 4,000 of these in 3 days. 4,000 people ordered these things. So how on earth in my little 1,300 square foot house was I going to send out 4,000 packages every 2 days? Like I couldn't keep up with it. It was too much. So I know I am giving you guys suspense, aren't I? So we prayed on this and prayed on this and prayed on this and prayed on this. And last night we got our answer on Game Plan Mini. So thank you for coming alongside and praying alongside with us. It wasn't quite the vision that I had. This is a wonderful book. Please don't get me wrong. And I like this if you're going to give it to people that you really know are going to do the business, your top leaders. Like you want a nice copy of this book, this is the one you're going to continue to get. I'm going to order these from my leaders. Okay. But I found a way to get it cheaper. So I was sitting on the couch last night. I was actually praying over these books and I was like, Lord, can you help me get it to $2 a book so that people can afford this, so they can order them in bulk? And as I was sitting there, I kid you not, I got a phone call from one of my Crossline friends who lives in San Antonio, Texas, who's a gold, almost platinum team. They're really, really good friends of ours. And he said, Sarah, he goes, the Lord has just told me to pour into your team. We just want to come alongside that blessing that the Lord is pouring into you. We want to be part of that good soil. And so I'm offering to handle all the shipping for you for bulk orders. We will sit here in our house. They have, I think, 4 kids. They said, we'll sit here in our house and we will handle all the shipping so that you can get that book as cheap as you want to get it. So God is so good, isn't it? So we went back and forth and discussed it with him. I said, you don't understand, Steve, the kind of volume we're talking about that you're going to have to ship out. And he goes, I do understand the kind of volume that we're talking about, and we want to be able to offer this to the Young Living community. So he said, I have a publisher I work with, and we can get these little books down to $1 a book. So we can get Game Plan Mini down to $1 a book. So we talked with the publisher today. They did formatting all day today. We were up till 3:00 in the morning last night working on it. Steve Sheridan, you got it right. So if you guys want to give Steve Sheridan some love, he's my homie. He is working with his own publisher that does his own book, and they will be handling all the shipping themselves. So I want you to understand, just this month, we sold 16,000 books. And every time I log in and I look at that, I thank the Lord that I'm not mailing those out. I'm so grateful that I don't have to handle it. So what we're going to do is we're only going to do bulk orders for the books because I can't ask my friend who's a gold to sit at a table 8 hours a day doing mailings. So if you're going to order 100 of them, 100 books, we're going to start at 100 and see if he can handle the volume of it. If you're going to order 100 of them, which would be $100 because they're $1 each, then he will sit at his table and he will mail those all out for you by hand himself. So I know I'm so grateful to him. So I could take this even a step farther. In addition to that, we met with our entire marketing team today and all of the people that have been doing the graphic design for our books, our web design team. All of us prayed over this collectively, the entire leadership team, because I told them, I said, Steve, I don't want you to become a warehouse. I think that's asking a lot of your family, and my friendship with you is deeper than the need for the Game Plan Mini books to go out. As much as I so desperately love Team Young Living, I don't want this to become such a big burden on you that you can't handle the orders that are coming in. And he said, no, he goes, the Lord's been really clear with me about pouring into this and coming alongside. So I have learned in my travels and in the things that the Lord has blessed us not to withhold other people's blessings from them, because then when we say no and we don't accept their blessing, is we're not allowing the spigot to run over their head as well, and for God to bless them tenfold for how they're serving us. So I've learned it's really easy to just say, oh, no, I'm good. I'm fine. We can handle that. We can just keep it at $4 a book. We'll just let Amazon handle it all. But he's coming along inside and saying, no, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. So I'm going to honor that, and I'm going to accept the blessing, and we're going to do this. They're only going to be offered in packs of 100. They will be pocket size. So let me show you what pocket size looks like. This is the regular Game Plan workbook, and the Game Plan book is about that size. This is what Game Plan Mini looks like right now. Can you see it? It's about 5 by 7. It's a little tiny book. This, I don't have one in my hands because we haven't printed it yet, but this is a pocket book. Let me just give you an idea of the size of what these are going to look like. They're going to look about that. Okay, just so you can see. You guys see that? And we'll be able to sell those for $1 each. So then and that's your cost, all right? So then the nice thing is, then you can hand those things out like candy. Where to order them? I knew you guys are going to ask that. So we met with the web team the entire afternoon, like the whole afternoon, back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And they designed an entire page just for these bulk orders so that it's easy for you guys to get it. So I'm going to give you the link to the page right now on this training. Then we're going to go into the training. And then as soon as I'm done, I'll put the link up for you, because me just saying it, you may not get it. It's oilabilityteam.com/your-game-plan/. Okay? It's exactly the same book. It's just small. That's it. I think you had to pull 1 or 2 quotes out of the book just to be able to get it on the right a number of pages. They're available for sale right now. We're doing pre-orders on them. So the first batch is going to ship out on February 15th. So just so you guys know, don't expect them in 2 days. This is not Amazon. This is Steve Sheridan's shipping service, and he's doing the best he can to keep up with it. So give us a little grace. And we got this as low as we possibly could. But in getting the price low, the shipping's going to take a little longer because it's the best that we can do. Yes, it will be plus shipping, which I don't know how much that is, but whatever a flat box rate is, we're not charging anything extra for the shipping. It'll be whatever the shipping is what the shipping will be. So if you order 100 of them, I'm completely guessing off the top of my head, I don't think it would be more than $7, $7 or $8. They do a flat rate shipping box and put 100 of them in there. So repeat the link. Okay. Oil Ability Team. Yes. Marie just did it. oilabilityteam.com/your-game-plan/. You did it. International shipping, not yet. He asked me not yet on that. Let's just see how we handle this for the first few weeks. Okay. Just give us, okay. Roxanne says it's $15 for a flat rate box. Thank you. I appreciate that. So he is amazing, but then you get 100 of them that you'll be able to hand out like candy. We'll do them in sets of 100. If you want more than 100, you can select a quantity and however many you want, and we'll make sure we get it out. But we'll just do it flat rate shipping boxes because it's easier for him for shipping to just stick a sticker on it, all the same size box, and ship it out. All right? So the page is up. You could do your pre-orders right now, and the first sets of them should be going out by February 15th. So a huge shout out. You just placed your order. Okay, yours will be the first one that goes out, Roxanne. I don't even have an order of them yet. So maybe I need to get on right now and place it, because when you all started getting the Your Game Plan books before the author, I was getting a little envious. I was like, I don't even have them. You got them ordered. All right, Vera's faster than me too. So Karen, you won't be able to order 10 of these. And honestly, that's just out of respect for Steve, because if he has to ship in sets of 10, he will be spending like 15 hours a day shipping. So we're trying to honor his time. And if we find that even 100 is too time consuming for him, we're gonna have to figure out a plan B. So please understand, this is a test run. All right, we're doing it as cheap as we can, but we had to kind of go around the system to be able to offer him this cheap. All right. So a huge, I know, I'm so sorry, Carolyn. Carol, you shoot me a message because you've been so faithful. Maybe I'll order some and I'll ship them myself for you because I feel so bad. But hopefully these are a tool that just blesses your socks off, guys. It's the first prospecting tool in all of Young Living. Like, we've never had a prospecting tool like this. It's not pushy. It's just straight from the heart, and it shows them all the perks of doing the business. So now I'll tell you, I'm still going to continue ordering these for my leaders. I like the nice big glossy copies that I can do when I'm doing my teacher trainings. I stick them in all of the bags for my new leaders. If I got people that turned around and sold one kit and I want to encourage them, I'm going to get the nice ones for them. But if I need to keep my costs down and I'm doing it at a class and I just want to hand them out to everybody in the class, now you have this $1 option. Our daily drop team, I will order 100. Text me how many you want. Oh my gosh, now Stacy's offering to ship internationally. You guys are too much. Oh, okay. Breathe, Sarah. Breathe. I look out. I swear the best people on the earth are in Young Living. Like, truly, the very best people on the earth are in Young Living. Your guys' heart for each other. We all come alongside each other, and we allow people into our classes, and we do cross-line teaching, and we allow people to come to our teacher trainings and our events and our rallies, and we pour into the people that are in our circle, in our area, and then we share resources. Gosh, guys, it makes everybody successful. It makes everybody successful. So the site is up. I'll put it up again. I'll put it up again for you when I'm done with the boot camp training for tonight. Thank you for letting me take so much time to explain that. I'm just really excited about it. We worked so hard on this to try to get the cost down. So hopefully it's a blessing for you and a blessing to your team and an opportunity to share Young Living with people that are on your team that maybe didn't even realize the business opportunity. So I'll tell you, for me, my strategy with this book is I'm going leg by leg. Now we're almost a diamond team. We'll be diamond in a few weeks. But I'm going leg by leg. And so I pick one of my legs. I order for every single person that's on Essential Rewards that isn't out there sharing, and I ship them to all those people on my legs. Then I go to the next leg the next month and I order for all those people. Then I go to the next leg the next month and I order for all those people and I send them out. Whenever I have classes, I have 30 sitting on the seats for everybody, and it's a freebie. It's $1. So that's the way that I pour into my teams. So I would just encourage you to find the way that is best for you. Remember, the game plan system is we give you ideas, we throw it at the wall, we develop tools, and you take your personality and your gifts and your talents and your way of sharing and your way of doing it. You pick the method that works best for you based on all the things we threw at the wall, and then you explode because you got so many ideas, because Team Young Living has shown you all the different ways that you can do this. So this is just a way that'll bless you. This isn't going to go to number 1 on Amazon. This little pocketbook, because we don't have it on Amazon. It's the little tiny mom and pop shipping company that is going to get their doors blown off and blessed through all these little book orders. So thank you so much. Forgive me for putting it on PayPal. It was the most effective, safest place we could think of for you guys to place the orders. So it has really good record keeping, and that's awesome. So the larger size book is still on Amazon. So if you need it for somebody in 2 days, you can still get it on Amazon Prime. If you need it fast, do not do it this way, okay? Because it's going to take a couple weeks to get to you. So don't plan on it being fast. Just don't. If you need it quickly, order on Amazon, all right? If you want a nice copy that you can give to your leaders, that's not this little tiny one, but a nice glossy copy, then get the one on Amazon. But if you want a little one that you can just hand out like candy, then that's where you're going to want to do the pocket ones, all right? So into our training for tonight, and thank you. Yeah, a huge shout out to Steve. Huge shout out to Steve. Oh, the one on Amazon, they bumped down to $360 now. That's because you guys keep getting on and ordering it. It's awesome. Game Plan Mini. Yeah, one of the guys on the page earlier today nicknamed the pocket version the Game Plan Mini. It's like the mini version of the mini Game Plan book. It's very, very funny. So, all right, into our training for this evening. Oh, I have a giveaway for you guys. I almost forgot about that. Here, I'll show you the sizes one more time just so you can see them, what the pocket one is going to look like. So you got the regular game plan book, you've got your game plan on Amazon, which is a 5x7, and then the little pocket one will be about that size, little tiny pocket, $1 each, all right, so that you can share it. The mini me, I know, right? So today I was going through my mail, and I got a note from Melissa Pepping, which was really cool. I'll share that with you later. She's a Royal Crown Diamond that I deeply respect. And then I got this little bundle in the mail with a note on it from Ollie Wanker. Does anybody know who Ollie Wanker is? He is, I'll share a funny story with you. We were on the Global Leadership Cruise 2 years ago, and I'm a runner. I'm unabashed about my running. I do not run marathons because it really does a number on your knees, but I like to run 4 to 6 miles a day, just enough to keep me healthy. I'll run for 45 minutes, half hour, whatever. And so I get on the treadmill and I'm running and I'm punching it. I got it set at 6 and I'm going, and this, I know he's going to watch this, so I got to watch out how I say this. In my opinion, this old guy comes around the treadmill, he sets it like way faster than I'm going and gets on the thing, chugs this stuff in a bottle, and then just starts running. And he's like blowing me out of the water. And I'm 38 years old, right? And all I can think of is, oh my gosh, like, who is this guy? And so I bump up my speed on the treadmill and I'm running faster, then I'm dying, right? I can't keep up with him. So I turn the speed way, way down in the treadmill. Now I'm like at 3 and I'm walking because I'm just trying to catch my breath. And he's still going. He's going and running and like 45 minutes. He just is like killing me on the treadmill. So then I'm starting to feel bad again. So I bump it back up to like 7, which still is not as fast as he's doing. And finally we get to the end, and I can't talk. He probably could have talked while he was running like that, but I couldn't talk. And so I sit back and I just turn to him. I haven't even introduced myself. I just look at him. I go, "Who are you? Like, what are you drinking in that bottle? Like, what do you do?" And he said, "Oh," he goes, "My name is Ali. You know, it's so nice to meet you." And really personable, very friendly, awesome guy. And he told me that whenever he runs, he loves to drink Ningxia and Nitro for support for his systems when he's working out. He just really has that as part of his routine. And so I went home and I started drinking as much Ningxia and as much Nitro as he was drinking. I'm like having awesome runs, right? Because I feel really, really good. It's great for support. But I remember seeing him on the dance floor like a little while later, and he's like throwing his wife over his head. And I'm just like, who is this guy? Like, he's crazy, right? So about a month ago, I'm sitting there and I get a message from Doc Ollie. And keep in mind, he didn't know me from Adam. All right? I'm like a nobody, right? And and this is Gary Young's personal physician. This is his doctor. He lived with him for months this past year to take care of him, and so he messages me and says, hey, your wife gave me your book for Christmas. It was under the tree for me and all of my kids, and I'm using the game plan system myself with my team, and I love it. I love the system. And so we're writing each other back and forth, and I'm just like, is this really happening? This is the guy who killed me on the treadmill, first of all. But secondly, like, it's Doc Ollie. That's awesome. So I sent him a little bundle out just to say thank you, and I appreciate you. And the treadmill, like, if you're going to be on the cruise, we're back on. Like, we're back on. I'm going to set this up. I've been working at my run now for 2 years, and I'm taking you out, Doc Ollie. But I got a package from him today, and it had this DVD in it, which I think I take the sticker off. It's Ancient Secrets of Essential Oils was on the inside. And then if you look at, he wrote on the DVD. I was like, dude, no way. So I look at it, it says, to Sarah and her wonderful family, thank you so much for all that you do for the Young Living community. I am using your game plan, and I love it. Enjoy the movie. Your friend, Ollie. Ollie Wanker, MD, right? I got all excited. I was like, no way. But guess what? He gave me another one to give away. So this has directly been in Doc Ollie's hands, right? So I'm going to give this little thing away. I am competing. I know, Anna, that's the red in me. I really shouldn't. He's going to continue to kill me on the treadmill. I know it. He's a much better runner than I am. So I figure I'm going to give this thing away because it was in the box. That's why I spent 3 minutes talking about it. Sorry. This has been in Doc Ollie's hands. And the reason he sent it to me is because he's on it. They interviewed him for this movie, which is a pretty cool movie, I thought. So it's been in his hands, it's been in my hands, and it's going to be in one of your hands as well. So let me think. How should I give this one away? So we have contests every week for people that are able to keep up with the boot camp. I know. Who has already started training 2 people to train 2 using boot camp? Who out there has already contacted 2 of their leaders and has gotten them on the boot camp videos? Even if there are 18 videos behind us, it doesn't matter. What I want you to say is, Ollie runs faster than I do. Okay, that's the code. So if you have already gotten 2 people to do this boot camp and you're working with your leadership team, I want you to type out, Ollie runs faster than I do underneath here, and I'm going to give this away to one person on here. Ollie runs faster than I do, all right? 1, 2, 3, go. I'm just going to pick a random person, whoever types that the fastest. So I guess you have to be a fast typer too. Ollie runs faster than I do. All right, Kristen Bellinger, my blogging friend. You are the winner, all right? Kristen, I want you to send me a message so that I know what you won, so I can keep it straight. Otherwise, I'm going to forget. But send me a message saying, hey, I won the Doc Ollie DVD, and then give me your email address and your mailing address, and I'll get this mailed out to you this week, all right? And thank you, Doc Ollie, for your generosity in sharing with Team Young Living. It's amazing, amazing. So, okay, now we're going to get into the actual training tonight. I'm sorry I just talked for like a half an hour. But Ollie runs faster. He does. If he could see this and see all these Ollie runs faster than I do, he'd be dying laughing right now. I know he would. All right, our oil for the night, since y'all always want it like first up. Hopefully that was really fun. I don't have 2 leaders. It's okay, Miriam, you will, because we're going to talk about that tonight. The oil for tonight is the king of the oils. One of my favorites. I'll tell you, when I first smelled frankincense, I was like, whoa. Like I've told you before, that's not Japanese cherry blossom or chocolate chip cookie, right? Because I'm used to all the fake synthetic smells. I smelled this, and the longer that I have used oils, the more I've madly fallen in love with this oil. Like just madly fallen in love with this oil. So frankincense, the king of oils, is our oil for tonight. I call this my squirrel oil. Ula Fitness. That's what I need to be putting on myself, right? I call it my squirrel oil because when I sit down, anybody have prayers when you're praying, and you sit down and you start praying and you're like, dear Jesus, please help my Aunt Betsy. She's battling through some major emotional trauma right now, and she's had some terrible things that have happened. Dang, nabbit, I forgot to put the roast in the crock pot. We're not going to have dinner again. Like, what am I going to do? I guess it's just apples and cheese, Lord. All right, back to my Aunt Betsy, who's really having a hard time right now. God, if you could just be with her. She's got, this has happened and this and that. What was that sound? I think my kids are up on the roof. Are my children on the roof while I'm praying? So I'm just like, like while I'm praying. So what I started doing was I take the frankincense, I put it in the diffuser, and while I'm praying, I just lean over it and I just start praying while I'm breathing the frankincense in. I'm telling you, there's something about that Frank. Like Frank is my homie. He's my buddy now, my little squirrel-ness. Like it doesn't, I'm totally praying squirrel. Like that's me right there. Frankincense. It's awesome. Absolutely awesome. So I call it my squirrel oil. So it's Squirrel Frank, right? We're going to have so many hashtags out of this boot camp. It's absolutely ridiculous. So the oil for the night is the king of the oils, frankincense, the squirrel oil, because it's going to help you look at your plan, look at your strategy, okay? Not go like this and like this. We just want to keep you on track. So it's the oil to keep you on track, all right? It's the oil to keep you on track. I've been really unabashed with you guys about my weaknesses. I have many, many weaknesses and many Achilles heels and many things I'm pretty darn awful at, and one of them is math. Math does not come naturally to me, all right? I had to take algebra 3 times, and I was a 4.0 student when I was in college. I just keep doing it again and again and again and again and again because I didn't want that grade to count towards my GPA because it wasn't good enough for me, right? So I'm not the greatest at math, but I was able to hit platinum 17 months after. Oh, John Harnish. He's in that. There he is. No, don't run. Did you catch him? Maybe you saw his arm. Oh, there he is. There he is. There's John's cameo. All right, back into our boot camp. So I'm not the greatest at math, but I was able to hit platinum 17 months after getting my starter kit because I learned the chessboard. It's why we put the chessboard on the outside of the book, okay? Because there's a strategy to this. That's why I picked that for the cover. There's a strategy to doing network marketing, and you got to know the strategy to be able to rank up swiftly. Now, you'll be able to rank up organically anytime, all right? But if you want the shortest point from A to B, there's a strategy to doing this. So if you understand the chessboard and you learn the chessboard and you know how the board is played, then you know where to put your pieces. You know where you need to be signing people. So there's 3 simple rules that you have to keep in mind when you're studying the chessboard. She says, I've got to diffuse frankincense in my car at 4 a.m. while I pray on my 30-minute drive to work. Ooh, that's a good idea. Get it going in the orb diffuser. So let me give you some tips for the chessboard. Some 3 things that are really, really valuable to help you while you're figuring out where you want to place people. This is one of the reasons I wrote the book, because I kept the 2 questions, actually 3, that I kept getting from my leaders over and over and over again, where I don't know how to fill classes without knowing people. I can't find any leaders, and where do I put them once I've got them? I don't know where to put the leaders. And you're going to find as you rank up and you get higher and higher and higher in Young Living, you're going to answer the same 3 questions again and again and again and again and again. So now you can just take the book and say, oh yeah, Pam, page 161. Bam, just go check out your book. It's right there. So not only have I made it easier on myself, but I've made it easier on you because you don't have to answer the same questions over and over and over again. You can just point them right in into the book. Somebody want to put up the link for Game Plan Mini, the pocket version? And keep in mind, we're only doing those in sets of 100 right now, and this is a trial run to see how Steve can handle the shipping. So this is a dry run. I can't guarantee this is the way we're going to keep it, but we're doing our best with what we've got right now. So here's the number 1 rule, and this is the most important. No, Mindy, she's not talking about the Amazon one. I think she's talking about the bulk orders that we just released tonight. You guys can't get it on Amazon too, but so 3 rules that I want you to remember. Number 1, always think 2 legs ahead. 2 legs ahead, okay? I'm going to repeat that. Always think 2 legs ahead. So what does that look like? Well, first off, what's a leg? Somebody asked me that last night. Sarah, I don't understand what a leg is. A leg is a person and a team. And a person and a team. So say your mom is a person and then you sign 10 people under her, that's her team. And your friend is a person and then you sign 10 people under her and that's a team. So a person and a team and a person and a team. That's what a leg is. You never want to think more than 2 legs ahead when you're building your business. All right, let me tell you why, and then I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by that. So, a few things. Number 1, don't underestimate how fast your OGV can rise. So people think, okay, well, I got plenty of time. I'm just going to build into this one person right now, or I'm just going to sign them all under me, just under me. I'm not even going to worry about legs. I'm just trying to build my business, just trying to get my oils for free. And then all of a sudden you've got this massive OGV and you don't have any legs in place. So don't underestimate how quickly your OGV can rise if people catch the vision, especially if you're handing out those Your Game Plan books and they catch the vision and they see where it goes. You want to make sure that you got your legs in place. You're not behind. Does a team need to be 10? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I was just throwing a hypothetical number out there so I could give you an allegory. So you're not the only one selling. with this business. You are the very first few months that you're doing it, or the first few months you decide that you're going to do this as a business, you're the first person selling. But you're not the only person on your team ultimately that's going to be out there selling. It's the power of the team beneath you. So don't forget that, and don't lose that. And when those team members are motivated underneath you, hold on. Like, hold on, because your team just, wow. I have so many people come to me and say, man, Sarah, I don't understand how I can go from silver to gold. Like, I got to triple my volume. That's really hard. And I'm like, yeah, it's really hard if you're thinking you got to do it all, but you don't. First off, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So if you don't think you can get there, then what you're saying is, I don't think God can get there. And God's the one that runs your business. And he's capable of doing anything. All right. So he can take you. I'm on the cusp of diamond right now. And I can tell you, I did not do it by myself. It was the Lord. It was the power of the team underneath us. It was the Lord turning hearts towards them. It was them catching the vision, and our leaders working very, very hard. Very, very, very hard. All right. So when your leaders are motivated, just to hold on, because it'll grow really fast. You will be stunned if you have motivated your leaders, how quickly you will go from silver to gold with your OGV. So you're going to be racing to keep up with your legs. You're going to have to be building those legs outside of your motivated leaders. The only way to be prepared when that happens, when your OGV starts going up and you got people that have caught the vision under you, the only way to be prepared is to only think 2 legs ahead. Now I'm speaking to the people that have not hit silver yet. So if you've not hit silver, you're the group that I'm talking to right now. It's who the book is targeting. So only think 2 legs ahead. If you're too wide, it's going to take really long to rank. All right, it's going to take a really long time to rank. You don't need to take all of your leaders now and spread them all over the place, fearing that you're not going to be able to have your Royal Crown Diamond leg. That's a trust issue. It comes down to trust. And as you grow in your leadership, the Lord is going to bring new leaders to you, people that you don't even know, that you have no idea. They're just going to pop out of the woodwork as you're growing your business, because you become the oils lady. You're handing out the Your Game Plan books at your classes, and they're just going to come to you through friends of friends of friends. So don't say, okay, I know 3 people that could do the business. I'm just starting, so I'm going to start my my 2 legs for silver and my 3rd gold leg, like bam, right now out of the box. You don't want to do that, because it's going to take you a really long time to rank up. Really long time to rank up. So here's the rule. If you're silver, you have 4 legs going. If you're gold, you have 5 legs going. You don't need 5 legs if you're a senior star. You just don't. Don't build all 6 of your legs at the same time. There's no reason to do that. You're gonna wait a really long time for a wonderful paycheck because you don't have the legs in place. So let me show you exactly what I mean by this. I'm gonna try flipping this around so you guys can see. We're